We're now joined by in-house lawyer and reporter Ken Mijungu in the newsroom. And Ken, there is video evidence of the nominated senator having used his firearm, yet he was not charged with offences relating to the misuse of the same. Why is that?
Well, Gladys, it's very simple. Charges are forwarded to the court by the prosecution, by the policemen who do the investigations. It's not the work of the court to infer any kind of a charge on a suspect. So it's apparent everyone saw the discharge of that firearm. The question is, why was the lesser charge, according to that report, which is under section 95(1)(b) of the Penal Code, preferred and not any from the Firearms Act? There are two possible explanations to this. One, the prosecution saw that they could not sustain a charge on misuse of firearm. And secondly, the prosecution would have deliberately wanted to help the case of Senator Paul Njoroge. So there can only be two explanations to this, Gladys.
Well, thank you very much, Ken. If you may, just to give us what could be his defense when, of course, this case comes back for mention in April?
Very interesting, Mark, because one, the argument that has been advanced by the prosecution will definitely help the case of Senator Paul Njoroge, because when they take a stand and the defense raises its arguments, that is one of the things they are going to argue, that probably the reason why the firearm was discharged is because Senator Paul Njoroge, who unfortunately is a person living with disability, was in some imminent danger of his life. We saw him sitting, and we saw MD Igathe beckoning on the goons, and part of the team he came with to try and repossess this petrol station, saying that come, and Njoroge, before discharging his firearm, actually is heard saying, no one will come here. So that's one of the arguments that the defense team will be raising. You remember, let me take you to the South African case of the Blade Runner and his girlfriend. When this came up, Mark, the defense was he felt that he was in imminent danger, and since he's crippled, he doesn't have his legs, he did not know what to expect, so he shot. This is one of those arguments that might suffice in this case, very interestingly. Remember, it will help the case of the defense team, but the prosecution will be arguing that indeed the only charge that we wanted here is the misuse or discharge of a firearm and putting Igathe's life in imminent danger. So interesting times ahead. Let's see what happens in April.